Key, just how would you kind of evaluate your season so far, the ups and downs through it, and where do you feel like your game is right now and during the kind of the thick of the SEC play?
It's been a bumpy start, not just for me, but for, as a whole. But, my main concern is just, to stay positive through this whole thing, continue to be the motivation and to continue to be the spirit and energy this team needs.
Michael?
Yeah, Key, obviously being a veteran guy, you've been through ups and downs with this team before. Like when you're in a stretch like this and you've lost a couple games, how do you stay positive and how do you get through a moment like this as a team? How do you bounce back?
Well, it's like you said, it comes to being an older guy, having a guy like Frank in your ear, that helps a lot. Like, I hear him, give speeches a lot around the town, and some things I pick up on. One thing he said was, every man has to face adversity at some point in life. So as a man, it just, once you understand that adversity comes with life, then, your life will be a lot more smooth.
Colin?
Yeah, how important is it for this offense to kind of establish an identity over these next Saturday and then over the next couple games to really kind of start getting better and more efficient offensively? How important is an identity for that?
It's very important, for us to kind of figure out our identity. I felt like we had a pretty good identity last game. Just kind of got a little shaky the second half, but the way we started off the game, I feel like that's just something we need to start building up on more.
Yeah. Take me through that identity. When this offense is clicking, what is it doing well? What are you guys really harping on and what works for y'all?
Well, same way we've been playing, we want to get the ball out of transition. We want to be the most grittiest team on the court. We want to be the most aggressive team on the court. So, just trying to, space the floor out more, get the ball up and down more, speed the game up more, and most importantly, get on the glass.
And you mentioned the fact that you want to be the spirit, the energy of this team. How do you toe the line of trying to spark the offense by making a play and playing within yourself? Where's that line and how do you kind of toe it when you're trying not to do too much, but you're also trying to spark an offense?
Well, like you said, I'm never in the game and just trying to, think about doing too much. If anything, it's more ways, to keep your team going than putting the ball in the rim. So, even if it's just helping a teammate out on a play on defense, and just make sure he stayed positive or somebody got in trouble and they're getting yelled at by Frank, I just look at them, make sure they head up, make sure everybody's positive, we're going to figure this out.
Michael?
Obviously, you guys are leaning on a lot of, freshmen, first-year players like Devin and Jacoby and Josh. Just what have you made of just the way they're handling SEC play so far? And just, I guess, do you try to help them through it at all? Or just what have you seen from the freshmen so far throughout this?
The freshmen, new guys come ready to play every day. So, it's my job. It's the coach's job. Like I said, as me being an older guy, I feel like it's my job to help them on the court. Like most importantly, stay positive. Learn what we do here, learn how we play here, and they're starting to figure it out. And as you start to see it, it's starting to take them a long way with their trust with the coach.
Colin?
Q, what did you make of Devin's first start at point, and what does he kind of give this offense when he's there, or this team really when he's out there running point and playing the way he's playing?
Well, when Devin's out there with the team, he give us, a personality. He draws fouls. We're for the first time in Frank's career, we're the ball and drawing fouls. So that gives us a personality there. Open the flow up more. Just spacing the game out more.